Looks like we've got a couple of quadricorders here. I know that tends to be kind of a spicy card sometimes.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think we're good.
And we've got a Rex Golden Spiral versus a Saurus Rex. This could be a pretty interesting little match.
Yeah. This is this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. What can I say? Oh,
Hot take for this game, people. Saurians are going to be called for a while once they get rolled.
Oh, there's that Obsidian Forge. Nice to get that down early. See, there is a Harbinger, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool combo.
Yeah. Well, Kirby with Light of the Archons dropping that Golden Spiral down there. This I like that Kirby first turn.
Yeah, and well, that's definitely something. The Harbinger comes down and gets sacked by the Obsidian Forge to kill everything. Actually, did he get sacked by the Scullion? I think he got sacked by the Scullion.
Running out that board wipe is what Kav wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why he didn't drop all those Saurians, is he was hoping to pull out the board wipe with that Kirby Light of the Archons, and now he very well may run full Sauri.
Yeah, and I assume hold on to the Cincinnatus. That's a real potent combo with the Golden Spiral if it can get going.
Yeah, he can't drop Cincinnatus because he'll just die. So yeah,
it was actually pretty interesting because the having that Harbinger down would have been a great deterrent to the Cincinnatus, because it's like, what are you gonna do? Fight into it? You're gonna kill the Harbinger?
Yeah, exactly. I'm really liking this deck of Cavs. I'm not a huge fan of the disc, but this Star Alliance and Saurian is going to do some work if it can get a board established.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. We have another Saurus is down. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how the Axiom worked last turn. We had Saurus down, Axiom to kill a pretty small amount of creatures, right into let's see, playing the Tricerian Legionary and the Ancient Power. So definitely establishing some Saurians on the board. It's going to pay the price of a couple chains for that. It definitely slows things down with this Cincinnatus if that comes down at some point. But it looks like Cav has opted to go with Star Alliance, which is probably a smart move.
Yeah, and dropping down the quadricorder on his own guy because of that Cincinnatus that he's hoping to run out. Mm-hmm. Your opponent's creatures tend not to live long when you've got a Cincinnatus on the board.
That's true. And the Universal Translator, fight Reap, use a friendly non-sanctum creature. Non-sanctum, non-Star Alliance creature. That'll be nice.
So what I'm hoping for here, and I'm sure that Cav is working towards it, is this ultimate combo of using all of your Cincinnatus Rex on a Star Alliance turn. Mm-hmm. So that you can run out all of those amazing Reap effects and fight effects from your Star Alliance guy.
Mm-hmm. And the that Universal Translator will definitely help to accomplish that. Because that essentially gives you the ability to use the Cincinnatus, right? You don't get the ridiculous Rex Spiral combo, but I mean, you can hardly be sad about getting to untap and reuse your Star Alliance creatures.
Well, and the good thing about that is, since the Spiral is putting an additional Amber on Rex, you're only putting one on him for the Exalt off of his fight effect, as opposed to the two with the Rex Spiral combo. That's normally pretty good when you know your Rex is going to die anyway.
Mm-hmm. Now, is Cav sitting on any type of... There's an Exile. So, I mean, there might... guess you could load something up, but with this matchup, I mean, what would you even want to load up and toss over to your opponent? Probably nothing Saurian, right?
Actually, with the 3 Fates, I think he doesn't really care. I would imagine that one of the good plays there is to load up like your Theros Centurion,
sure.
And then 3 Fates him away. The Axiom makes it harder, but I think that might be what he's building towards.
PJ says it might be tricky, but if you could set up your own delay, so you had the 3-minute delay too, that could work. Oh yeah, there was some brief discussion about that in kind of the Discord. I mean, this all sort of came up in the last, I think this morning is when the delay was kind of added. So not enough time to kind of develop anything that's gonna do otherwise. All right, so we get the Infernus to purge Diplomacy, Light of the Archons. This is pretty cool. Then Obsidian Forge to sacrifice the Infernus, and then the Not Finished With You play to return Infernus, Scullion, and Harbinger to their
and
draw
I
pile.
believe he also sacrificed the Titan Guardian to draw 2 cards there, which is a not common Obsidian Forge play, but very, very good.
Oh yeah. It doesn't. No, I think the Titan Guardian's still out. I think otherwise it would have also said,
he's just
right?
hidden there underneath mine.
Yeah. Hidden underneath this this developing Voltron of a Medic Ingram. I totally understand. But that is a really cool synergy. I've not thought about that. My personal only Obsidian Forge deck is absolute garbage. It's not very good.
And I've got my current favorite deck that I really miss playing is an Obsidian Forge deck that has Soul Snatcher and Double Code Monkey and Double Daughter, and it's just super fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you're Matt here, what are you trying to do? I mean, it looks like he's opted to go Saurian, trying to kind of repopulate the board a little bit. You got to be pretty worried about this. You know, four Starlands creatures out there. 3 of the 5 creatures Kav has are warded. 1 has the Quadricorder and the Translator. There's definitely, like, that could be pretty potent, especially if, especially with the Golden Spiral. There's all sorts of funny stuff that can happen here.
Yeah, I actually, without Star Alliance in Matt's deck, one of the options that I just realized could be on a Saurian turn, you Golden Spiral the Medic Ingram to sit there and use the Cincinnatus Rex over and over again. Then you're building up all of that Amber on Medic Ingram and then exile.
Oh yeah, sure. Then you get I guess it shouldn't be that hard to kill. I don't actually. How did the Light of the Archons get in the? I know how it got purged, but how did it get discarded? Was it played on the Kirby early?
Cav played Kirby. Yeah,
okay. That's what it was. All right, here we go. This will be interesting. I think this is gonna show some of.
Here we go.
Cav's hand. What do you like? Does the Axiom happen here? You got 3 creatures.
I would Axiom here, just because it gets rid of your Legionary, and I can't see if the ward's on the Legionary, but gets rid of the Redder.
It's on the Saurus.
7 Amber. You never want to play the 9 or pay the 9, so 3 dinosaurs, just drop it. But he might be setting up something else here, and apparently he is, because he drops down the Cincinnatus.
Yeah. When I can understand this, right? Because you sort of want creatures down, right, for the Cincinnatus. Certainly with the Redder down, and there wasn't going to be a way with the Axiom to. I mean, I guess you could have warded their Redder. That seems like it'd be a little bit silly. But I think we're going to see some funny stuff happening here. So Cincinnatus is going to fight into. Well, there we go. The Legionary. Which will untap all of the Saurian creatures. If y'all haven't seen this combo, it's like absolutely triggering to play against, as someone just untaps their whole board multiple times. Because, of course, Cincinnatus Rex not only readies creatures, but it also readies artifacts. So Golden Spiral can just continually be used to to ready Cincinnatus Rex, which is nuts. This is a pretty big swing right here.
Yeah, this is a huge swing. Interestingly enough, he is not using the Medic Ingram with the Golden Spiral. I don't know if he's going to use the final fight here against that Saurus Rex, I'm not sure he cares about the Saurus Rex at the moment.
Yeah. Do you think? All right. So the Calpigian comes down. I mean, you could still Golden Spiral. There you go. There it is. So the Golden Spiral now with Ingram to heal. It's not fully heal, right? Heal 3 damage and ward the Cincinnatus Rex. And then you can use, I assume, Reap with Medic Ingram. There it is. The heal and ward on Rex. That's big. And then uses the Tricerian Legionary to, was it Reap?
Yeah, it looks like it was just Reap because it doesn't matter at that point in time, and he wanted to make it difficult for Matt to get rid of his own Saurus Rex. I think that was the hope there. He didn't want to lose all 5 amber that's on Cincinnatus there. Because he can use it to forge. He's got 20 amber available at the moment with the way the board currently sits.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty obscene.
He was at 7, so he gained 13 amber this last turn, available for use with the 5 on Cincinnatus.
That is interesting. There's a Entropic Swirl. For each trait, that creature has deal 2 damage and gain 1. Because with the Positron, I don't think it's going to work. There's not going to be enough. There's not enough traits in the world to take down that Cincinnatus Rex. The alternative would be killing the Saurus Rex, maybe on a Logos turn. But I don't see that happening either. Anyways, just because what do we got? The ward you have to get through. If the ward wasn't there, then it could happen. But
yeah, there's just so much there that is just I'm not one to call a game before it's over, but when you're against this combo, you don't play creatures, and that hurts.
And especially because you got the one creature out there that you need to. That's I guess it's nice. I think it's going to be a little bit too late picking up that Harbinger now. What
Matt did right there though was smart, getting rid of the Odoac because he got that amber back and put himself into check. I think that was a good goal there, is when you can't deal with all of that, just get yourself into check.
Sure. We do have the first key of the game forged, but Kav definitely has a lot of momentum right now. Be curious to see what Matt can do with this. Although Matt is sitting on an absolute metric boatload of this right now. I think it's probably just going to be a little too little, too late. And did we already see? We haven't seen the EE. Otherwise, maybe this handful of discs would have been pretty sweet.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Matt there really wanted to draw into either his Scullion so that he could Harbinger wipe the board, or the EE so that he could steal some of that 21 available amber that Kav currently has. Oh, EE was in the archives, so I missed that.
Here we go. That's a thing. That's a thing that's going to be pretty big. Although 20 ember, that's a lot of ember to come back from.
Yeah, I have a feeling that there's not a whole lot that Matt can do here to prevent Kav from forging his second key. I think at this point you just hope you continue to draw into the miracle field and get yourself to where you can stop that third key.
The good old miracle field. Love it.
Not finished with you to shuffle back in that Harbinger is a pretty good play.
And I assume the Infernus probably, right?
Yeah.
Just slowly working down this board, but there's also a lot of scariness with the fact that this EE is going to be sitting on the board. I almost wonder if maybe you play out the EE at the beginning, and then run through your hand and steal and do whatever. Then pop down the Infernus, do your stuff, whatever, and then Obsidian Forge to kill even the EE, and then shuffle those back in. It seems like it would be maybe not great, but at least you're not leaving a double fight for a Cincinnatus Rex right now.
Yeah, that's the problem with dropping that EE there, is you never want to drop elusive against a Cincinnatus Rex because it just feels bad. But he did get the Harbinger back. So, as they say, there's a chance. I'm pretty sure it's over, but there's a chance.
Yeah, I think we're looking at the end here. But it does look like Matt will get a key, so that's a nice consolation prize, I'd say. Oh man, look at that, untapping the Paraguardian and Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, that's just, there's some gross things going on with this Cincinnatus Rex at the moment. Dinosaurs be dinosaurin'.
They definitely be dinosaurin' right now. Got a pal who's got like 4 Golden Spiral Cincinnatus Rex decks. It was just like a box he opened, and it had 4 of them, and I was just like,
oof.
Really, man? I don't want to play with you anymore.
I have a double Spiral Cincinnatus Rex deck. The only fun thing about that deck is the fact that there's a Cincinnatus Rex and 2 Golden Spirals, because honestly, if you don't have those in your hand, you just as well concede the game.
Yeah, just that bad. Oh man. So Cav's sitting on 19 Ember. I think that's gonna end the Cincinnatus Rex.
And that hand draws into the exile, so that
that's beautiful. Oh, there's an encounter suit in this deck too. That's pretty sweet. There's a lot of cool and good upgrades in this deck, especially counter with like the Light of the Archons. Pretty good.
And we're back up to 22 Amber just like that.
Oh man.
Oh, and we're going to exalt and ready First Officer Frayne so that we can capture some more. Is he going to try and keep him off of even Fortune 1 key?
That's brutal.
Looks like it with the quadricorder out.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I honestly completely forgot about the quadricorder.
Can't even let that first key go through. Cav's not giving him any chance.
Oh, it did though. It worked.
Oh, it did. Weird.
Is there only... How does quadricorder work for each friendly house? Shouldn't that have been 2?
Yeah, and he had 2 on Saurus Rex.
Saurus Rex. Okay.
With the ideal out. Missed that.
So just barely got it. Just barely did it.
It's 0 versus...
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I was hoping for. Just the flex
spite.
kill. Yeah.
Be like, do you believe in miracles? What's happening there? Oh man, GG. Great game.
That was awesome.
That was horrific.
That was pretty horrific. I feel really bad for Matt there. Just, there was nothing he could do.
Let's see if we can get a Cav in here. Hey Cav, how you doing?
Doing well. How are y'all doing over there?
Good. So
great.
So I hear you like Cincinnatus Rex.
I actually have to give the credit here to my teammate Freddie. He found this deck because he was pretty big on Cincinnatus pretty early on, and then just kind of did everything in his power to find all the Cincinnatus decks in our collection and maybe sometimes out of our collection. But this is his.
Mm-hmm. Now, how big of a part of the deck selection of choosing this deck was that particular combo?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty high. Obviously, if you can assemble everything, it's got a pretty devastating effect. So that was a huge component of it. But something that we've seen with just like other combo decks in general, if the combo doesn't come together, then you're kind of out of luck, right? And so we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to sort of find something that built in a little bit of resilience with the other houses,
Mm-hmm.
and we were lucky enough to have that built in with the Star Alliance here, just enabling some out of house plays as Star Alliance is known to do. So
Mm-hmm.
that was really the icing on top of the cake.
Sure. And I will say Clay had noted earlier that there's some pretty crazy like just bonkers stuff that you can do with that universal translator on a Star Alliance creature, if you can also have that Cincinnatus Rex out as well. I mean, obviously you can't untap the Cincinnatus Rex, but
Right.
seems like being able to even threaten something like that, where it's like, okay, well, maybe I don't have all as many Saurian creatures out as I'd like, but I sure
That's
have a
right.
heck of a lot Star Alliance, and their reap abilities are so potent. What are you gonna let me untap them in the same turn?
That's right.
It's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
a lot of this game, I think, is just trying to corner your opponent from like two different angles. You have the main threat, which is Cincinnatus, but if they're not ready for these sort of side threats with the Universal Translator
Mm.
or something like that, then you're just able to sort of craft the game a bit better in your favor.
Sure. Now, have you played with this deck quite a bit?
So we've tested this for basically the last week. Like I said, I was lucky enough to have Freddie kind of be the residential expert on this. So when we were given the format stipulation of 6 unique houses, Freddie was like, "Hey, like I hope someone gets to run this deck. It's really cool." So he kind of sat by my side and ran me through different hands and what you're looking for. So the sort of data download and knowledge transfer was pretty quick because he had spent a decent amount of time with it.
Cool. Has it? I mean, obviously it seemed to work pretty well. You're 2-0. Has it been kind of performing in the way? I mean, obviously we just watched a very very much interesting game with that combo popping off. But has it otherwise been kind of performing in the way that you expected?
Yeah, it's definitely I've been fortunate with my draws here. Of course, this is a game of variance, so you're gonna get good draws, you're gonna get bad draws,
Mm-hmm.
and you just have to sort of understand where your lines are in each of these. I have been fortunate with some pretty good draws on both of these games,
Mm-hmm.
and you take those and you try to learn from them. So that way, when you finally get your bad draw, you realize how to come back to the starting point that you actually want.
Sure.
So, how do you feel about going up against Lady Aurora in the next round, Kev?
Yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup. She's a pretty fantastic player. I think I've played her, a couple times online, and yeah, she's brutal. Really smart player. Definitely knows what she's doing. So this is definitely not a walk in the park. I'm going to really have to sit and make sure I don't make any mistakes. Squeeze all the juice out of the orange as I can.
Nice. Well, thanks for stopping through. Did you have any more questions, Clay?
No, that's it. Just good luck and thanks for allowing us to watch these awesome games.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Catch y'all a little later.
All right. See you, Kev.